Hey everybody, today I want you to know if you're suffering with stress, worry, anxiety, depression, any other mental health illness, it is not your fault, okay? It's not your fault you've got anxiety, it's not your fault you've got depression or that you stress yourself out to the max, okay? It is not your fault, so it's so important that you know that, okay? And what I want to say to you is please do not own it. And you might think, what do you mean, Sally? So please don't say, my anxiety, my stress levels, my depression, okay? So the word my is an emotive word, it's an emotional word, but you do not own it. So you say the depression, the anxiety, the stress levels, okay? And you can also call it it. All right, that's it means nothing. But when you say my, so when you refer to your husband, my partner, my child, you own it. It's like an ownership word, isn't it? That brings about feelings and emotions. So what am I talking about? When you were born, okay, you expected quite rightly for all your needs to be met. And basically for a lot of people, they were. Okay, until you get a little bit bigger. And what am I talking about? Well, usually, in my opinion, and lots of stuff that I've read, we are kind of programmed, if you want to use that word, between the age of 0 and 7. But usually by the time we're 7, we have our belief system in place, okay? Now listen, I want to explain to you, however, for some people, okay, they are programmed already in the womb. Now you might think I am talking the biggest load of rubbish you've ever heard. When you are in the womb, you can hear, okay, you can hear everything that's being said. You can feel all your mother's tension, happiness, sadness, anger. You can feel everything inside her. So that's, you know, sometimes, I know it sounds crazy, you can be pressured before you're born. Yeah. That's something, if you want to talk to me about, I'm quite happy to talk in depth about that. So what am I saying? Everything that you see, live and experience are trying to be understood by your child mind, okay? So we're back when you're a child, okay? But you do not understand what you feel. So do you remember when I've talked to you about you have no logic, you only have emotion. So that's why you feel scared when you see something you don't understand. It might make you feel anxious or worried, okay? Because you don't actually understand even so what you feel, okay? That's so important. So like I'm saying, when you're a child, what you see, hear and experience, you don't understand. It scares you, okay? It makes you feel worried and your mind blocks it out. Lots of people talk to me, I can't remember before I'm 10. I can't remember anything before I'm 7. I can't remember anything before I'm 14. Because the mind has a great way of blocking everything out. Anyway, you've got to remember this. The number one rule and job of your mind on the planet is to keep you alive at all costs. And you think, what? Honestly, it's not there to make you sad. It's not there to make you happy. It's not there to make you do anything except keep you alive. Okay, so the number 2 rule, all right, is moving you away from pain. And you might think, what do you mean by that? That's why when I'm talking to you about when you're young, you often can't remember, you forget it, or you've blocked it out so that it can't hurt you. Okay, this is the main thing. So what happens as a child when you're scared, you actually ignite your natural response system. Okay, so what you call anxiety. So you get that fight, flight or freeze mode, even kind of as a child. So that's why you may run away or hide away. Some children throw a massive tantrum, or they become aggressive, or they're displaying what everyone refers to as negative behaviour. But actually, if you look at a child, you can understand what they are trying to say. Some people retreat inside themselves and they become shy and quiet. Other people become really rebellious. I've even known people to tell me that they've been fainting for years. Yeah, I know it sounds a funny thing to believe. You can be introvert. Listen, anxiety and all the things that go with it can make you overeat, undereat, can make you manifest skin conditions like eczema and other physical ailments, okay? And like I've said, this is your mind, and what it's trying to do is protect you, okay? You have to understand that. So your brain is constantly programmed to move you towards pleasure, okay, towards being happy and away from pain. And this is constantly happening all your life, okay? This is what is called the survival instinct, okay? So when you're a small child in an unhealthy environment or a situation, your mind, even as young as it is, will conjure up the techniques, okay, to help you survive at all costs. We are hardwired as well to love our parents or our caregivers, all right? We have no choice about that. That's why lots and lots of children, okay, when they are emotionally abused, neglected, physically abused, or abused in any other way, they still want to stay with their parents because it's ingrained in them to love them. I know that sounds really sad, but it's true. So when you're a teenager, okay, an adult, your mind is still trying to protect you. So remember that, and you move you away from pain. Do you remember what I said to you? So your mind's number 2 rule is to move you away from pain and towards pleasure. And quite often, you don't even know why you're feeling the way you are. You're stressed, you're angry, you feel resentful, you feel so anxious, just like you did when you were a kid. But instead of the negative behaviour, the tantrums, the aggression, because most of us obviously are socially programmed to know that that negative behaviour is socially unacceptable, what happens? You will experience panic attacks, you'll experience anxiety, which makes you even more scared, okay, and out of control. And then what do? You start to criticise yourself. So when you feel that you're scared for no reason, or you're the person that always wants to control a situation, because if you think about it, when you're controlling a situation, it makes you feel safe, doesn't it? Because our mind, another rule, likes what is familiar. So when you go to step out of your comfort zone, that's why you get worried. That's why you get stressed. That's why you get anxious. That's why you get the palpitations. That's why you get the feeling in your throat or the funny belly, because your mind is starting to say, whoa, hang on here. You know, is this right? As a kid, remember yourself at 3 or 4 in nursery. Christ, you did anything. Jump off a climbing frame. You took risks, okay? But as you grow older, you take less and less risks, all right? So when you don't take risks, when you always feel it got to be in control, and you're always scared, you start to criticise yourself. And like I've said to you so many times, when you criticise yourself over and over and over, and you believe the things that have been told you, you're clumsy, you're this, you're that, you're no good, you'll never amount to anything, that's when depression sets in. Okay, that constant chipping away at you, and round you go in that continual circle. So listen to me, if you've got stress, worry, anxiety, depression, it is not your fault. Okay, that's one of the main things you need to understand, okay, because you will have blame, shame and guilt going on, okay? It's not your fault. You don't have to answer to anybody, okay? You're an adult now, and if you feel it, you feel it. But working with me, I will help you to understand that you don't always need to be in control, because you are safe. You can be calm. You will be reassured, because your whole thinking and belief system will change. So I hope this has been really helpful for you. And yeah, keep following me, keep messaging me. I love it when people put comments on my posts, because I love interacting with people. Okay, I might not get back to you straight away, because obviously sometimes I'm a little bit busy, like everyone, but I will get back to you sooner or later. Okay, and if you do want to work with me, message me or book a call by hitting my Calendly link on my Facebook page. Thank you so much for listening.